A very good afternoon to all our viewers today. We have with us a very uh, wonderful and innovative social entrepreneur who thought through about the footwear industry. We have with us Mr. Domagoj Boljar. He's the co-founder and CEO of MIRET Eco Sneakers. He's been in this space since past 15 years, and his company has won the Global Footwear Awards and many other social entrepreneurship awards. And it is an honor to have him with us. A very good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here.
So you have been on a very interesting journey on what was the inspiration to build up sustainable footwear, and how did it come to you?
My personal background is I studied entrepreneurship, but I studied entrepreneurship to continue on my father's business. And our father had a shoe factory and a small brand in Croatia. My brother also joined the company. He's an industrial designer, and together we wanted to help build the company our father established. And we were doing the footwear manufacturing, but also development. And after a few years, my brother had an epiphany, and he said that he saw the industry from the inside. He saw how leather is being tanned, how shoes are produced, how they are consumed, and saw that they have a huge negative eco impact, and that all the stakeholders are completely oblivious to this fact. And he said that he wants to change the industry from the inside or leave the industry completely. And I saw that his vision is really an honest one and that he's really passionate. So I wanted to help him build this vision into a reality. And so I would say 7 years ago, we started on this journey to completely redefine how shoes are made and how shoes are consumed and how the industry is perceived, and to help change it. So it's been a journey from the classical footwear manufacturing to being one of the leaders in the change in fashion and in footwear industry. Sharma, have I lost you? Yeah. So, sorry, Hasha, I lost you.
No, no problem. What is the materiality analysis of your products? What is the difference between conventional footwear and your footwear? How is it
Uh,
eco-friendly?
so we set about to radically change the product, and this means that you need to still keep the most important features, that's comfort, durability, also to make it fashionable, but it's not just about changing the materials, it's redefining the way the shoe is made. So we set about scouring the world for suppliers who can supply us with materials that are as natural as possible. So we wanted to create a sneaker that is natural carbon bio based. So what we achieved is that our sneaker is 97% natural carbon bio based. At the same time, it has a very low carbon footprint of only 4.8 kilos of CO2 per pair. And on the third side, alongside being eco-friendly, we wanted to be as healthy as possible. So our sneaker is the only sneaker in the world that's currently certified with Ecotex 100 standard, which means that every component is safe to human health. So it's 97% natural carbon bio-based, but also completely safe to humans. So this is our unique approach.
And how do you ensure circularity in this process?
We set about that our primary pillar is ecology. So we vet all our suppliers for technical data, and that they really supply us with the materials they say that they do. That's one point. The other one is that we are trying to source all the materials as locally or regionally as possible. So all our material suppliers are from the EU, and also we are the ones that are we are organizing production in Croatia, and we are the ones that are also supervising this production and making sure that all the factories are ethically treating their workers and the environment. We are doing this through a combination of materials, regional production, and also we are trying to keep every other aspect of the product as sustainable as possible, including packaging, shipping, logistics, and everything. So it's an ongoing process, but this is our approach.
So when it is the end product of the used sneaker,
Mm.
is it biodegradable, or do you reuse it, or how do you
So
go about that?
we immediately understood that circularity in a way that once you use the sneaker it can be reused is a really difficult approach. It's an approach, for example, for sneakers that are made from used plastics, but our approach is that the materials in the start have a low eco impact, so that the plants that are used are not being grown on crops that are used for growing food, that the chemicals being used in the process of manufacturing these materials are non-toxic, so that once our sneaker is disposed of, it will not have a toxic influence on the environment. We still haven't achieved the situation where the sneaker is completely biodegradable. Most of the materials in the sneaker are biodegradable, but we are still not there. So we are looking at the sources of materials and the way that the product is produced, rather than circularity at the end of the product's life cycle.
Okay, that's interesting. You have been a social entrepreneur for 15 years, and how difficult has your journey been? How was the fundraising experience? Well, it came from your father, but did you go ahead and raise more funds, or did you pivot your father's business? How did you go about it?
So I would say that I've been a social entrepreneur for 7 years, and the first 8 years I was a classical entrepreneur. Alongside switching to sustainability, there was a huge crisis in the world, and our father's company actually went bankrupt, and our father died similarly that same time. So we started this project virtually without any capital, and we had to raise funds. So we decided that we will do it as a startup. So we initially launched our product through a crowdfunding platform, Kickstarter. That was our first let's say, investment, and we were also part of the European Institute of Technology Climate Kick program, stage 2 and stage 3. These were first grants that we received, and after that we approached regional venture capital funds, which at the same time that we were launching our product, started switching to the green economy more and more. So we were able to raise funds through venture capital funds, and after that, as we are a social enterprise, we decided that we want to raise our next round, which was last year, through a crowd investment platform. So we actually have more than 200 individuals and companies as stakeholders in our company now. I want to. We started through Kickstarter. The community brought us to the market, and then we just continued on building that community through this day and including them as stakeholders. So this is a really important thing for us, not just nature and health, but also the community.
That's very inspiring and extremely interesting that I'm sure all the people who want to become a social entrepreneur would be getting some ideas from your journey out here. This is a very taxing journey to be an entrepreneur. So, how would you define or what are your success indicators as a human being and as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, we go back to the triple bottom line. We wanted to bring this product to the market as not just as a product but as a solution. And we immediately understood that if we want to change the way that people consume, change the way the industry works, we need to show it by example. And we needed to show that this is a product that people want to buy and that a business can be profitable by being green. So for us, the business indicators are really important. The second one is already mentioned, and that's the first and biggest pillar of our company is the ecological one. So we try to stay as close to our vision as possible, and we make all our product decisions based on the ecological component. And the third one is, of course, the society and the way that we influence people's behavior, and also the way that we influence the industry to change. And this is also a very important indicator, the change that we are seeing in the industry, and that means the material industry, the footwear producing industry, and also the retail industry. That's the most important indicator. And we see this through the emergence of other brands that are following in our footsteps, I have to say.
Okay, have you been approached by any of the big brands uh, for any purposes like Nike or Adidas, or
Um,
any
I
of them
haven't.
approached you?
We had some initial contacts last year with a major brand, but due to the turbulence in the global market, these talks have been slowed down. But yeah, initial contacts have been made. And I think most of these came from the fact that we won the Global Footwear Award in 2020 and 2022, and a lot of designers from major brands were on the juries. So we are definitely on the radar at the moment. We'll see how it goes in the future. But this is also, I think, in line with our strategy, because if we want to make a big impact, we need to either become a part of a bigger company that I don't think is going to happen. But what would be even better if we could give our recipe in a way to major brands, so that they can incorporate this kind of approach to production in their products. That would be, I think, the biggest impact that we could do.
Yes, indeed, and we all are waiting to see that. What is your vision for Merit for the coming 3 years?
I wish that we stay true to our vision, that we manage to survive this turbulent environment, and that we grow steadily, but in a way that we still feel excited about this project. And also in the next 3 years, I want us to be able to develop the new generation of the product that's even more sustainable. So a lot of plans for the next 3 years.
That's excellent. So we may see some biodegradable products in the shoes that we wear in time.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
Can you repeat?
Being an entrepreneur, yeah, we may see some biodegradable materials or products in the shoes that we wear, maybe in time.
Yes.
Great. Now, being an entrepreneur, when you started the journey, and now that you've crossed 7 years after bootstrapping, what do you think that any entrepreneur should know while they are starting the journey? And what are the knowledge gaps that you see which are present, which we as an institute could also bridge?
I think there are two approaches to sustainability in physical products, and that's from, let's say, from the technical side up to the market, and the other one is from the market back to the technical side. Let me elaborate. This means that you can be a designer or a fashion brand that wants to launch a sustainable product and create it, and then you have a huge gap in the material and the production and the technical side of the product. The other approach that we had by luck is that we had a lot of technical knowledge about footwear, about production, about materials, and then we lacked the knowledge of how to bring this product to the market in a commercial way. So I think the gap, financing is there for good projects, and I think that financing is becoming less and less of a problem. I think more of the problem is bridging the gap from the technical side and from the marketing side. So for us, it's about exposure and how to market the product, and for others who have an idea but don't have the technical side, it's more about the help to connect with the technical knowledge that they need. So I also the big subject is sustainability, that is still I would say an umbrella term, and is not clearly defined, and is an area where it needs a lot of research and soul searching on a personal level, but also soul searching on a global level to see what true sustainability is and what kind of sustainability we need to pursue. And this your institute is I think a place where this knowledge can be shared, and these subjects can be in more detail studied. Yeah. Internet katastrofa. Hello.
Hi, I'm sorry, there was a technical glitch. Am I audible to you?
What?
Yeah, yeah. So, what is your message as an entrepreneur to the fellow entrepreneurs watching this right now, or to the aspiring entrepreneurs or who would listen to the podcast or the videos later?
My message is that you should follow your passion. It's a better time than ever to realize your radical business ideas that are covering sustainability and impact. I think the global consciousness is rising about these subjects, and being a social entrepreneur is definitely difficult. Being an entrepreneur is difficult, but if you are true to your cause, then you will build a community that will support you and help you overcome all obstacles on the way.
Thank you so very much. It has been an honor and a pleasure having you today with us. And I hope that a lot of young and budding entrepreneurs would surely get inspired with your story.
Thank you, Harsha.
And
It's been a pleasure.
we wish you all the best.
I wish all the best to you too. Thank you.